everybody. So, I'm going to narrate and read a few episodes of a book that I wrote many years ago. It took me, say, about 7 years before I was able to finish it. Between, working and everyday life and the emotional, stress that writing the book would bring back and memories. So, it took me a while to finish it. But I hope you guys enjoy and thank you for joining me. So, I don't know if you can see that, but the introduction is this story setting takes place during the late to mid 1960s through 1999, with music of the time helping set the mood while three siblings come of age during a time of social changes and living the ups and downs of their lives and growing as people, learning and experiencing fun, love, responsibility, troubled times, and even death. So take a listen. So Marie is the sister. It's early June and a bit of a nip in the air tonight as I'm serenaded by the music coming from my brother Junie's bedroom. Marvin Gaye, the Four Tops, the Temptations, and the Supremes, just to name a few. I'm reading the most recent letter I received from Mike. Although there's a nip in the air, what I'm reading is making me feel quite warm. You know, I never intended on such a simple little correspondence to some lonely soldier to go so far. Mike is saying that he'll be returning to the States soon and is looking forward to seeing me in person. We've only seen each other by photos we've exchanged. Okay. There's been quite a few pictures, and some, of course, a little sensual and sexy. I do have to say, people say I am attractive. Oh, it's the phone ringing. Hello? Oh, just reading a letter from Mike. Oh, yeah. Well, who's going? Let me find something to wear. Be ready in an hour. All right, an hour and a half, I said to my girlfriend, Deja. Deja said, Look, we'll pick you up. My brother and his friends don't know about us meeting them there, but girl, his friend is fine. So I figured just by chance we'd run into them at the bar. Get it? Deja, I got it. Let me go so I can get ready. See you in a few. I have to lay here before I can get up for 2 or 3 minutes to finish my daydream, I told her. Opening my closet door, my closet is huge. Not that it's full of clothes, but I have some funky going out outfits. Now let's see, what should I put on? I thought, how about this mini skirt and that lime green halter? No. Maybe this instead. My jean mini skirt and the white top, my go-go boots, my bikini panties, and my pantyhose. My bosom are very perky, so I need no bra, and the material is just thin enough to show a little imprint of my nipples, but not to be brazen. So I laid it on my bed, then went to shower and applied my Maybelline makeup. With this hair, this is just too much to do on such short notice. So I put on my new flip hair piece, a faux. Yes, darling, a faux. Walking back to my bed, I can hear Mom and Aunt Kate downstairs talking about some of everything. Mom and Aunt Kate are sisters, very, very close sisters. People usually think they're twins. Actually, my grandparents and all their children live within about 7 blocks. Even some of my father's sisters and brothers live within the same 7 or 8 block radius. So most of the time, you'll see us together. Not all of us at one time, of course, but some cousins, sisters, brothers, grandparents with their children or grands, in laws, some kind of combination of family. Anyway, It was only mandatory for me to let my brothers, Junie, the eldest, just back from the Air Force, and Alan, just registered with the Air Force, know I'm leaving and where I'll be. Alan had appointed himself as my guardian, whether I wanted him to be or not. Well, listen, I have my own way of taking care of them also. I did have to admit, both my brothers are tall, talented, fine, and a lot of fun. So I had to guard them from the ladies also. You know what I mean? So I had gotten dressed and went downstairs to wait for my ride. Hi, Aunt Kate. We kissed on the cheek, just as I sat down at the kitchen table to join the conversation until my ride arrived. Both my mom and her sister were very easy on the eye. Average height, hair always looking nice, skin the color of medium light toast. On Kat's eyes, hazel eyes were tinted gray. Doris, my mom, her eyes were tinted green. Doris, Aunt Kate said, and you know Vera just don't care. She's always thought she was cute. Marini gave her what she wanted. Doris looked up from putting her S&H stamps into the book. And just for you guys who don't know what S&H stamps are, this is what I'm talking about. So we would take these stamps and we'd put them in these books. And then once the books were filled up, we'd take them down to the S&H store and you would get fabulous, fantastic gifts with them. So you got these stamps when you went to the gas station and you got gas and they would give you stamps. So anyway, Doris looked up from putting her S&H stamps into the book. I know Rini whipped her ass. We had to laugh. See, Rini is our cousin. Her mother is my grandfather's sister. Rini was a good-sized woman, sweet as she could be, beautiful brown skin, and some of the thickest black hair you'd ever see. Aunt Kate, everybody knows Rini loves her liquor and her man. Why would Vera try to even mess with him? Doris says, because she thinks her shit don't stink. Because she's yellow, you know. You know, she's always mentioning her color. I don't care if you're talking about the price of rice. I added my 2 cents. Rini not only gave her what she wanted, she gave her what she needed. Quite a few folks have wanted to kick her ass for some time now. Anyway, I think I heard a car horn. I headed for the door, all excited. I can't wait to see Sherry's new car. Yes, she has a Mustang, I yelled from the front door. Junie, Allen, and Taz beat Mom, Aunt Kate, and Papa to the door to see this chick with the new sports car. It's still dusk outside, so we can see the car pretty well. Allen and Junie are looking at the car, looking it over and slapping Sherry 5. Meanwhile, little sis Taz is admiring the car and Sherry's afro. I could see it in my little sister's eyes, that she was amazed at this dark brown skinned sister, smoking her cigarette, dressed in a white outfit, hip huggers, and matching halter covering her rather ample breasts. Her big afro and the brand new white Mustang with a black convertible top. She always thought Sherry was cool, but this sealed it. My brothers also have new pretty sports cars, as do all the guys they hang out with. Well, Sherry and I were saying, see you later. Alan was telling us he'll be to Bill's later, probably. I know he'll be there with his boys, so off we went to pick up Deja and Anna. I hope y'all like this so far. So this is right now back in, I'd say around 1966. This is going on. Where I live, there were quite a few nightclubs to go to. We live near the shore, the resort area. We arrived to Bill's around 11 p.m. There were so many cars we almost couldn't find a parking space. In all actuality, we all lived within 1 block from here. We could have walked, and it would have been easier. But for Christ's sake, then people wouldn't have seen this new ride. James Brown is on as we make our way into the club. It's hot in here tonight, and I can feel the energy. We're immediately asked to dance as soon as we make our way to the dance area. I guess I'll have to get my drink after I make this cutie sweat a bit. Finally, after I almost perspired my hair back, I headed for the bar. It took a little more to make that cutie sweat than I had thought it would. Marie, over here. We've got a table, called Deja. Everybody and their mama and daddy was here. I knew it. By 12:10 a.m., here's Alan, JoJo, and Dave. Dave's our cousin. JoJo and Dave are two dark, chocolate, fine soul brothers. The three of them were tasting the treats and flirting their way around the place when Dave's ass was snatched into the dance floor by his girlfriend. Guess he wasn't expecting her to be here at the bar. After a night of shaking, swinging, and grinding, everybody said their goodbyes and see you tomorrow. Then Alan and I decided to walk home, which is just around the block. Alan said, "Man, this air feels kind of good. Did you hear that jive? They were talking in there." I was like, "Can you believe it? I thought they were supposed to be friends." Alan said, "Man, that shit was crazy. They say a drunk man speaks a sober man's mind. If that's true, he was thinking some fucked up mess." Anyway, after our 10-minute stroll home, we walked in the front door. I could see the television on in the den. So Alan calls out to Papa, "Hey, Pop, you feeling okay?" And took a seat on the sofa. My Papa works for the Department of the Army, which required him to work swing shifts. He'd only been home a short while, that's why he was up so late tonight. "Hi, Papa. See you in the morning." As I gave him a kiss on the cheek. We're a kissy-huggy family. My grandparents taught us to show love while the person is alive, not to wait and let them pass away and then say I loved him or her. I'm exhausted. I mean, truly exhausted. As I'm taking my clothes off and preparing for bed, I went to shower and I could hear Alan and Papa downstairs talking about the day that just passed, what was on TV, and some of everything else. As I then faded from today's activities and began dozing, I began dreaming of, that's right, Mike. And I thought soon, very soon. Morning came so suddenly. It was around 8:30 when I opened my eyes to run to the shower, which is so conveniently located right next to my bedroom. My God, it's beautiful outside, I thought to myself as I got dressed. Junie headed for the bathroom. Then while dashing down the steps, he said, "See you at Grandma's and Grandpa's." By the time I got dressed and in my bright yellow sundress and put on my face means my makeup, then where did I leave off? Put on my face, Alan began taking his shower, got dressed, and was also leaving for Grandma and Grandpa's. I'm the last one out the house. Everybody else is already at my grandparents' house. It's only a half a block to get there. Remember I told you we all live close by. Well, their backyard and driveway was full of their children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, brothers, and sisters. Let me tell you, we have a big family. The smell of fresh coffee, biscuits, bacon, eggs, fried apples, and grits filled the air as I started walking up the steps of the back porch. Everybody's greeting each other, hugging, kissing, talking, and laughing, just stomped down enjoying themselves. We got to laughing at how Renee had beat Vera's ass. But it's even funnier because Renee is telling and showing us what went on at the Greenbrier. "Marie, sweetie, you and Junie go out next to the chicken house and bring Grandma all the eggs in the box," Grandma told us. Dave and Alan were snickering and glancing at us. Junie said to me, "Come on and don't act stupid." Off we go to the back of the yard. "You pick up the eggs while I hold the basket," Junie said. No. I'll hold the basket. You get the eggs. I don't want to touch those chickens. You know that." I barked at him. While we were getting the eggs, I asked him about his night. A couple nights ago, he had a date. Lord, these chickens are all over, just strutting around and pecking around. I'm scared of anything with feathers. So, the other night, what did you get into? Or should I say, who did you get into? Fred and I went to the drive-in, Junie told me. What did you see? Some movie that was a suspense thriller, he said. Well, how was it? Fran or the movie, he asked. I answered, the movie, nasty ass. Smiling, showing those pretty teeth of his, he said, the movie was pretty good from what I saw of it. Well, these chickens were getting too close to me. I started yelling and jumping all around. Then one of them hopped off its nest and onto my head. Oh my God, help! Oh my God, help me! I started flinging my arms all around, getting them off of me. Help! Junie put the basket down and got the chicken off of my head. Meanwhile, they were getting a laugh from me and these chickens looking at us from the porch. Well, anyway, after being attacked by the chicken, Junie and I made our way back to the house so we could give thanks for our family, friends, food, and enjoy ourselves. Now, don't get me wrong, my life at this point might sound peachy right now, but our family has their problems, believe me. Sometimes my parents fuss and fight, Papa running the streets, coming home late. I just can't get into all of that right now, but it would take a story in itself. I don't want you to get an unreal picture of us, so don't want you thinking we live on the sunny side of the street all the time. Anyway, time is moving on. I guess it's been about 2 weeks since the attack of the chickens. So I'm at Grandma and Grandpa's house with Aunt Kate, just hanging out as usual. Grandma and Grandpa had gone to some friend's house for dinner. They came in and Grandma said she wasn't feeling good. So we tried to help her and she made and make her feel better. Afterwards, I'd say about an hour or two later, I went back down the street home. Later that night, Aunt Cat called to tell us Grandma is not doing well at all. She's going to the hospital. I told my mom what Aunt Kate had just said, and the family went right down to my grandparents' house. Grandma didn't want to go in an ambulance, says she's not feeling that bad. Let's just go in the car. Everybody piles in their cars, and off we go to the hospital. I was praying to God, Lord, please let Grandma be okay. We're all talking and praying for Grandma to be fine. Well, later that night, we all went home except Grandpa. He stayed at the hospital with Grandma. The next day, my grandmother passed away. Come to find out, she had walking pneumonia. It broke my heart, not to mention all of my family's heart. Grandma was the backbone to our family. She was the type that when family and friends came from down south to visit or they came up here to move up north, they usually stayed at our house till they could get, on their feet. So that's the type of person she was. They were already always offering their hospitality to family and friends. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And stay tuned for part 2, which I will probably air next week. I'm going to try to air one every weekend, maybe every Friday night. Anyway, again, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, the name of the story is It's a Part of Life.